The latest dystopian series hits a little too close to home. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 facts about Hulu's The Handmaid's Tale.
As you know, the penalty for rape is death.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at interesting and little-known facts about the latest adaptation of Margaret Atwood's famous novel. And don't worry, we won't be giving any major spoilers for the show's first season.
You must be Offred. Yes.
Number 10. This is not the first adaptation. Margaret Atwood's classic tale of a society gone wrong had been given several adaptations before Hulu's version was released in 2017.
Once upon a time in the recent future, a country went wrong.
In 1990, a feature film was made, starring Natasha Richardson as Offred, but it wasn't very successful, earning less than $5 million in box office sales.
She couldn't conceive, could she?
So what happened to her?
She hung herself.
The BBC also created a dramatized radio rendition of the novel's story, which was made by John Dryden in 2000. There have also been several stage plays based on the story. Based on critical reception so far, though, it looks like Hulu's version may be the most well-loved adaptation yet.
Go, run!
Number 9. It's renewed for a second season. Before the entire 10-episode series was even completely aired, it was announced that Hulu's The Handmaid's Tale would be getting a season 2. Hulu wouldn't share any exact figures, but their reps have stated that this has been the most successful launch in the history of their platform, in terms of both original and acquired content. We don't know which actors will be returning, but the second season will be released in 2018, meaning fans won't have too long to wait to get updates on their favorite characters.
Please don't take her! Please don't take her!
Number 8. Margaret Atwood makes a cameo. Fans of the author will recognize a familiar face in a brief scene in the show's pilot episode.
And who led them on? Whose fault was it?
Atwood plays a small role as one of the aunts who take part in a ritualistic ceremony where the girls are essentially brainwashed and forced to shame the others for things like being raped.
Whose fault was it, girls?
Her fault. Her fault.
Though Margaret Atwood remains out of focus throughout the shot she's featured in, her curly hair is distinct and recognizable.
Go on. Do it.
Atwood said she found the scene to be very upsetting to film, even though she was just pretending.
Teach her a lesson. Teach her a lesson. Teach her a lesson.
Number 7. Reed Morano also worked on Beyoncé's Lemonade. The director of the first 3 episodes of the Hulu series also has another major accomplishment on her resume.
Offred. We should go.
While many directors, producers, and cinematographers collaborated to make Beyoncé's visual album Lemonade the masterpiece it is, Reed Morano is credited with working on the portion for Sandcastles.
Show me your scars.
Morano was the youngest woman to be part of the American Society of Cinematographers when she was asked to join in 2013, and is among only 13 other women who are part of the society. Number 6. The audio-visual experience is mind-blowing. For the most part, the score for this dramatic series has been fitting for a darkly sinister story. However, the creators have included several additions to their soundtrack that are surprising yet fitting.
The truth is we're watching each other. She's my spy. And I'm hers.
Since The Handmaid's Tale is set in an unspecified near-future world, featuring popular 80s hits is a jarring and effective choice.
Does he know what the commander and I did last night? Our illicit journey into the world of triple word scores?
By including recognizable pop songs that have been strongly associated with other famous properties, the producers are able to evoke emotions in the audience. The use of color is also important to the visual representation of the story, but we'll touch more on that later. Number 5. There's a women's march in the show. Many people have commented on how relevant The Handmaid's Tale feels in the new era of Trump, but the creation of the show wasn't a reaction to his election. In fact, Hulu had put the project into production long before November of 2016 when he ascended to the White House. Interestingly, the show even features a women's march in flashback scenes that were filmed long before the record-breaking 2017 Women's March. The message of The Handmaid's Tale has been used in feminist protest culture for years, with references to the book often appearing on picket signs. Number 4. The series shows a racially integrated society. Unlike Margaret Atwood's novel that was published in 1985, the Gilead of Hulu series is more advanced racially than the world of the book.
All right, once we get out of here, it's gonna be a girl that comes in here and reads it. We'll let her know she's not alone.
In the novel, African Americans are referred to as children of Ham and have been segregated into a separate population located in the Midwest.
Where are you taking this handmaid?
Open the gate.
Yes, ma'am.
There was much discussion between the producers of the show and Atwood as to whether they would keep or change this storyline. In the end, though, they decided that to exclude people of color from the story would be detrimental to the message of the show.
The flowers. Lay down.
Number 3. The cinematography is very important. In the original novel, Margaret Atwood designates different colors to be worn by the members of each class of people in Gilead.
Do you think it's safe to talk here? If we're careful.
The crimson shade of the handmaid's uniforms represents fertility and evokes Mary Magdalene, the biblical sinner. The blue that wives wear mirrors the shade that the Virgin Mary was often depicted in.
Come with me.
Reed Morano says that these colors are key to the Technicolor process, which makes them a natural pairing for gorgeous imagery, as well as a visual representation of the caste system that exists in the society.
Oh, isn't she well behaved?
Number 2. The name Offred has an interesting origin. If you've been thinking that the names of the handmaids are strange, you'll be interested to know the thinking behind them.
My name is Offred. I had another name, but it's forbidden now.
Each handmaid is named for the man that she belongs to. Therefore, Offred is literally interpreted as of Fred. Similarly, her friend Offglen is of Glenn.
Old what's-his name didn't work out?
No, ma'am.
In the book, readers never learn what Offred's real name is, but fans who undertook close readings noticed the mention of the name June in one scene of the story, and have attached it to the protagonist. The show's creators decided to use this as her name from her past life.
No one knew anything about what your commander might want. Sorry.
Number 1. The writer's room is full of women.
Now, girls, up.
It's only fitting that a show with a strong feminist message is mostly created by women. Showrunner Bruce Miller may be male, but he made sure to fill his writer's room with women who would be able to use their shared experience to create the world of the show. Because of the nature of the story, much of the cast is made up of women as well.
I thought all the college professors were sent to the colonies, or... I have 2 good ovaries, so they were kind enough to overlook my sinful past. Lucky me.
Of course, author Margaret Atwood was also a consultant for the show, and lent her opinions for how the story should be best adapted for the screen.
Once a month, on fertile days, the handmaid shall lie between the legs of the commander's wife.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.